Hello, it's Marissa, and I wanted to chat with you for a little bit about choosing a confirmation sponsor. So, part of your preparation for confirmation is choosing someone that you would like to literally stand behind you as you are confirmed this spring. This is a person that you have a relationship with who is a role model in faith for you. Someone that you feel like will be praying for you, will be supporting you, and will want to not only journey with you this year as you prepare for confirmation, but will continue to be someone who will be walking in faith with you, hopefully for the rest of your life. So some people that you might want to consider are your godparents. Your godparents stood beside your parents on the day you were baptized, and they promised to help to raise you Catholic and to help you become a disciple of Christ. So if you still have a relationship with your godparent, you could choose one of them as your sponsor. We only choose one sponsor for confirmation, even though we have two godparents. So that's just something to keep in mind. Your sponsor could be an older sibling, as long as they're at least 16 years old and confirmed. It could be an aunt, an uncle. It could be a friend's parent. Those are all people that maybe you could consider to be your sponsor. Now, there are a couple requirements that the church has for someone to be an official confirmation sponsor. And these guidelines are in place because the church wants you to select someone who is actually living the faith so that they can actually help you live the faith and grow in holiness. So, the confirmation sponsor needs to be a fully initiated Catholic. That means that they have received the sacraments of baptism, First Communion, and confirmation. Second thing is that they need to be a practicing Catholic who's registered at a Catholic church. So that means they're attending Mass, they have registered at their church, and we're able to receive what's called a sponsor certificate from that church. If you are interested in having someone be your sponsor who's not registered at a church, that may not work out for you because we may not be able to obtain a sponsor certificate. They have to be at least 16 years old, and they need to be living in harmony with the church. That means that they're living a lifestyle that is in line with the church's teaching. So sometimes there are people in our lives that we love and respect, but who may have impediments in their life that could prevent them from right now being a confirmation sponsor. One of the most common impediments is an invalid marriage. So that could be someone who was married in the Catholic Church and got divorced and then chose to remarry without receiving an annulment. Or it could be someone who has been civilly married but not sacramentally married. I keep bringing up this sponsor certificate thing. So once you have selected your sponsor, there is a sponsor information form that you will fill out on our website. It's due on December 6th. And that's important because that lets me know you've picked your person and you're giving me information about your sponsor because I need to communicate with them to invite them to be a part of your confirmation formation for the rest of the year. And part of the information I'm going to share with your sponsor is how to get a sponsor certificate. So what they're going to do is call their home church, their home parish, and speak with the parish secretary, and they will say, I have been asked to be a confirmation sponsor, and I need a sponsor certificate. The parish secretary will know exactly what that is. And once again, they'll only be able to give the person a certificate if they're registered in the parish, they've completed all the sacraments of initiation, and they don't have any impediments that would keep them from receiving a certificate. So that parish secretary can mail the sponsor certificate to the sponsor, and then they can get it to me, or they can mail it directly to our church. Either one of those things is fine. But that sponsor certificate is due no later than April 24th, which is when we're having our second Spirit Day, which will be with parents, confirmation candidates, and sponsors. So sponsors could even bring the certificate to that meeting on April 24th if they would like. But that's something that we have to have in hand in order for them to stand behind you at the confirmation mass. That being said, you can select a sponsor who lives far away. If you really feel a strong connection with someone who does live far away, they can be in contact with us, obviously through online means. We're going to be live streaming everything that has to do with sponsors this year, and someone else could stand in at the confirmation mass for that person. But we would still have in your records, in your sacramental records that we keep for you, it would say the sponsor's name that you chose, even if they can't physically be with us on the day of confirmation. So start thinking about who are those role models in faith for you. Think about people that you see at church. Think about people that you see at youth ministry. Think about your family members, older siblings, and start praying about that. Talk to your parents about it, and maybe invite that person to be your sponsor. The sooner, the better, because then they can participate in more things with you this year, and they're really able to walk with you and help you and journey with you, rather than this being something that you're worried about. If you're not sure if someone that you've chosen would be eligible to be a sponsor, just call us, ask. If you need to speak to someone in Spanish, of course, you can call Deacon Manuel at the office, and he'd also be more than happy to assist you. And keep in mind that all of this information is on a handout that will be in your red folder. So there's a little quiz that you can take, and if you get all 10 yeses, that probably means they would be a good choice for you. And then also on your calendar that you're receiving, there are particular times when sponsor information forms are due, sponsor certificates are due, and times when sponsors will actually be coming to youth ministry with you. So those are some tips and tricks as you are choosing your confirmation sponsor.